Honda just unveiled 2026, and for the first time, Harley isn't losing a rivalry. They might be losing the road, because this isn't about loud pipes or brand pride. This is about miles, maintenance, comfort, and cost. Honda aimed directly at the riders Harley used to own. The long-haul, loyal, the seasoned rider who wants reliability without a second mortgage. But here's the twist. One bike in Honda's 2026 lineup might shift the balance faster than anyone expects. Stay with me, you're going to want to see it. Number 7. Honda Goldwing Tour. For years, this machine has stood as the quiet rival to America's biggest touring bikes, blending the soul of long-distance freedom with the discipline of Japanese engineering. What makes it powerful isn't just its comfort or its heritage. It's the fact that it continues to evolve while others hesitate. The 2026 version keeps that legacy alive and ready to challenge the idea that only one company knows how to build a true Grand Tourer. This combination of power and precision gives the Goldwing a road feel that remains unmatched in its category. It carries the same authority as a heavyweight cruiser, but does it with smoother handling and nearly effortless throttle response. Where the older American touring machines often rely on nostalgia and noise, this bike delivers quiet confidence through torque and engineering balance. It hums rather than roars, yet that hum holds enough muscle to pull fully loaded weight through any mountain pass without strain. Riders who have spent decades on long stretches of interstate instantly recognize what this level of refinement means for fatigue, fuel efficiency, and control. For veterans of cross-country rides, comfort isn't a luxury, it's survival. The Goldwing addresses that truth with a seat design that supports all-day posture, wind protection that feels sculpted, and suspension travel that swallows rough asphalt like calm water. The adjustable windshield and integrated luggage system make it more than a motorcycle. It becomes a moving sanctuary. Some riders might call it too refined or too quiet, but for anyone who has done an iron butt run, this kind of precision comfort is worth more than bragging rights. It means getting off the bike after 800 miles and still wanting another 100. Beyond mechanics, this motorcycle symbolizes a change in the touring world. The Goldwing no longer chases Harley's identity, it defines its own. It stands as proof that reliability and heritage can share the same road without compromise. The flat-six engine remains one of the most enduring designs ever built for touring, and each revision adds something subtle yet meaningful: more efficiency, cleaner power delivery, less vibration. Riders who used to dismiss it as too quiet now find themselves admiring its long-haul dependability. And those who once swore by Milwaukee steel are quietly testing the waters. The Goldwing Tour is powered by a 1,833 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled, horizontally opposed six-cylinder engine producing approximately 121 to 125 horsepower and 125 pound-feet of torque. The suspension setup includes a double wishbone front and Pro-Link rear single shock with electronic preload adjustment. The wet weight is 843 pounds with a seat height of 29.3 inches. The starting price in the United States is base MSRP $28,700. Every generation of this motorcycle carries a whisper of challenge to the old guard. If reliability, comfort, and torque are what define real long-distance machines, then the Goldwing may already hold the crown. Its continued evolution doesn't just preserve its legacy, it questions everyone else's. And for 2026, that question grows louder. If you're passionate about real motorcycles and want the truth that manufacturers won't share, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Share your thoughts below, and let's see how riders like us really feel about where this industry's heading. Number 6. Honda Rebel 1100T. It carries the spirit of freedom that riders once found in American iron, but reshapes it through precision and simplicity. This is not a motorcycle trying to imitate heritage, it is one that builds its own. For riders who have spent decades loyal to the rumble of a V-twin, the Rebel presents an unexpected kind of authority. It does not shout, it proves. And for many older riders who have begun to think about lighter weight and more accessible power, this bike speaks directly to that stage of the riding life. That engine borrowed from Honda's adventure platform delivers torque early and consistently. The throttle feels steady, not twitchy, giving the kind of smooth acceleration that makes city riding calm and highway merges effortless. The low seat height and forward controls make it one of the easiest large displacement cruisers to live with. It is an ideal fit for those who have logged decades on heavier touring rigs and are now looking for something that feels powerful but manageable. The optional dual-clutch transmission adds to that comfort, letting a rider roll through traffic or mountain passes without fatigue. What separates the Rebel from many classic touring machines is its philosophy. It abandons the chrome-covered bulk and instead focuses on balance, performance, and usability. The minimalist fairing of the touring model provides just enough protection for long-distance rides, while the lockable hardbags make it ready for weekends away without adding unnecessary weight. Every design line on this machine feels considered, not nostalgic. It is a modern cruiser for those who still believe in the open road, but no longer want to fight gravity every time they park. Many longtime riders have described this motorcycle as a bridge between eras. It gives the calm confidence of a traditional cruiser, but introduces a kind of mechanical honesty that older bikes never quite achieved. There is no pretense here, only a refined power band, reliable engineering, and comfort that respects experience. The seat invites miles, not posing. The torque reminds you of why you fell in love with riding in the first place. And the balance between comfort and control keeps you there longer. The Rebel 1100T uses a 1,083 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin engine, producing 86 horsepower and 72 pound-feet of torque. It uses a 43mm telescopic front fork and twin rear shocks, adjustable for preload. The wet weight is 520 pounds to 550 pounds, with a seat height of 27.5 inches. The starting price is $10,899. The Rebel 1100T's existence challenges the idea that big touring comfort must come with bulk, or that a cruiser must always be defined by its volume and vibration. It opens a new path for seasoned riders who still crave the road but want a machine that works with them instead of against them. It proves that modern engineering can carry the same pride and freedom that the old legends once owned. While brands fight for the future, make sure your setup's solid gear and accessories I use are linked in the description. Number 5. Honda Africa Twin 1100. It is not built for posing in parking lots or collecting dust under a cover. It is built for distance, grit, and the quiet satisfaction of conquering roads that most bikes avoid. Riders who have spent decades chasing comfort and torque on the open highway can look at this machine and recognize something familiar, a sense of purpose. But instead of chrome and nostalgia, it delivers that purpose through precision and strength. The heart of the Africa Twin is its parallel twin engine, steady, predictable, and full of low-end pull. It may not have the deep rumble of a V-twin, but what it offers instead is relentless power delivery that never complains. Every gear feels ready for work, and the throttle response gives you exactly what you ask for, whether crawling through gravel or pushing across a desert highway. The adjustable suspension, advanced traction control, and balanced chassis make it feel almost effortless to handle, even at low speeds where big cruisers tend to fight their own weight. For riders used to touring bikes that live on asphalt, this machine opens up an entirely new kind of freedom. It reminds you of what it felt like the first time you threw a leg over a bike and realized the world didn't have limits. The Africa Twin offers that feeling again, but with comfort and technology that make it realistic for long days in the saddle. The windscreen, seat, and riding position are designed for real endurance, not showroom appeal. You can ride 8 hours straight through heat, rain, or cold, and step off still ready to go again. That kind of reliability is what many riders miss from modern cruisers. Where older touring bikes rely on legacy, the Africa Twin relies on proof. Its reliability record has been carved through thousands of miles of hard riding, and its performance rarely depends on luck. It speaks to those who have worked with their hands, who know the difference between marketing and machinery. There is no wasted line on its frame, no unnecessary part pretending to be more than it is. It stands tall because it earns its respect mile by mile. The Africa Twin 1100 features a 1,084 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin engine rated at 101 horsepower and 77 pound-feet of torque. The suspension uses a 45mm Showa upside-down front fork and a Pro-Link rear shock adjustable for preload and rebound. The wet weight is 503 pounds to 535 pounds, and the seat height is 33.5 inches to 34.3 inches. The starting price is $15,599. This motorcycle represents more than just adventure. It represents endurance for riders who refuse to slow down. It tells a quiet truth that the industry often forgets. Comfort does not have to mean fragility, and heritage is only as strong as what the next mile delivers. For those who still want to ride far and ride strong, the Africa Twin is proof that true freedom doesn't always come wrapped in chrome. Number 4. Honda Shadow Phantom 750. This is the kind of cruiser that proves simplicity never goes out of style. It carries the same calm authority that once defined the golden age of American riding low seat, wide bars, and a quiet sense of purpose. It is not a machine made to impress crowds. It is built for the rider who values the hum of the road and the feel of torque under steady hands. In an era where motorcycles chase electronics and hype, the Shadow holds its ground as a pure, mechanical experience that respects the old ways while still living comfortably in the present. The Shadow does not pretend to be a race bike or a luxury tourer. It lives for the kind of miles that remind you why you started riding in the first place. Its low-slung design keeps your center of gravity steady, and the power delivery is smooth from idle to redline. You twist the throttle, and instead of chaos, you get a controlled surge of torque that feels honest. There are no unnecessary electronics, no complicated ride modes, just a reliable carbureted-like response through fuel injection that keeps maintenance low and satisfaction high. Riders who have spent decades wrenching on their own bikes recognize this feeling instantly. It is the kind of reliability that lets you focus on the ride, not the next repair bill. For older riders, the comfort this motorcycle provides cannot be overstated. The seat sits low enough for easy control at stoplights, and the relaxed foot placement allows long rides without strain. At highway speeds, the engine hums at a steady rhythm, unbothered and unforced. It may not have the roar of a 114, but it carries its own kind of dignity, the quiet confidence of a machine that knows exactly what it was built to do. The shaft drive, long a hallmark of Honda's reliability, means less time adjusting chains and more time riding. Every part of this motorcycle was engineered to serve longevity, not trend. Emotionally, the Shadow speaks to riders who remember when bikes were built to last, not to impress algorithms. Its matte finish, blacked-out hardware, and modest chrome accents create a timeless look that fits anywhere, from small-town parades to long back road runs. For veterans, truckers, and mechanics who earned their miles, this is the bike that feels like coming home. It does not brag, but it never disappoints. The Shadow Phantom 750 runs on a 745 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled V-twin engine, producing 44 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque. It comes with a single front and rear discs with ABS brake with available anti-lock braking system. The wet weight is 545 pounds, and the seat height is 25.6 inches. The starting price is $8,699. The Shadow Phantom 750 may not outsell the bigger names, but it delivers something more enduring trust. It is proof that a cruiser does not need to shout to be heard. It just needs to show up, run right, and bring its rider home every single time. If you value facts over marketing and still believe motorcycles should be built with soul, hit subscribe now. Stay with us as we uncover what's next for real riders, real machines, and the legacy that still refuses to die. Number 3. Honda CB 1000 Hornet SP. It is the kind of motorcycle that strips away excess and shows only what truly matters: engine, frame, and control. This is Honda's declaration that raw muscle and precision still have a place in the modern world. The CB 1000 Hornet delivers an experience that attracts riders who have spent decades chasing power and balance. Riders who want torque and agility in equal measure. It is not a cruiser in the traditional sense, but it carries the same proud sense of mastery that longtime riders respect. At its core, the CB 1000 Hornet carries the same engine spirit that once powered superbikes, tuned for the street rather than the track. It delivers immediate throttle response and a broad torque curve that pulls strong from the low end all the way through redline. Riders who have grown accustomed to heavy touring bikes often describe this machine as a revelation. It feels alive under U-light, sharp and balanced. It does not overpower the rider, it works with them. Each twist of the wrist gives a clean, deliberate surge forward, not chaos, but command. It is a motorcycle that rewards experience, not aggression. The riding position is upright, yet commanding, offering comfort and precise control. Handlebars meet your reach naturally, and the balanced seat lets you steer with body movement instead of force. For seasoned riders, it recalls a time of pure engineering that 1000 Hornet delivers real feedback, from engine pulse to tire grip, preserving that timeless rider connection. What makes the CB 1000 Hornet stand out is its lack of gimmicks. There is no pretending here. It does not need excessive chrome or electronic fluff to prove its worth. It relies on the strength of its engineering and the precision of its design. This is a machine built by people who still understand what a rider demands from a motorcycle: clarity, predictability, and strength. The styling, with its exposed metal and compact form, shows off the mechanical heart like a badge of pride. The CB 1000 Hornet is powered by a 998 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled inline-4 engine, generating 143 horsepower and 75 pound-feet of torque. Braking is provided by dual floating front discs with radial-mounted 4-piston calipers and a single rear disc, all supported by a full anti-lock braking system. The suspension setup features a 43mm Showa upside-down fork and a single rear shock adjustable for preload and rebound. The wet weight is 470 pounds, the seat height is 31.8 inches, and the starting price is $10,999. For seasoned riders, this motorcycle is proof that not every modern bike has gone soft. It reminds you that performance can still be delivered in a way that feels personal and controlled. The CB 1000 Hornet stands as an example of modern discipline meeting old-school spirit. It is the kind of motorcycle that keeps veterans curious and younger riders respectful. Number 2, Honda NT 1100. It is Honda's answer to the touring class, a machine that takes the spirit of long-haul freedom and wraps it in modern practicality. For riders who have spent decades on the highway, who know the value of a smooth transmission and an engine that never complains, this bike stands out as a symbol of engineering done right. It brings back the feeling of confidence that used to come standard with every great tourer. But this time, it delivers it with the sharp precision of 21st century design. The NT 1100 uses the same parallel twin as the Africa Twin, tuned for smooth, steady torque and relaxed long-distance cruising. Its 6-speed or dual-clutch transmission delivers effortless control, while the adjustable windscreen, wide saddle, and upright stance enhance comfort. With refined aerodynamics, heated grips, and integrated luggage, it blends endurance with practicality, perfect for riders seeking lighter touring, without sacrificing strength, reliability, or real-world comfort. Emotionally, this machine speaks to practicality wrapped in quiet pride. It is the motorcycle of a seasoned rider who values dependability over drama. A reminder that technology can serve the journey without overshadowing it. The engine hums with confidence, the chassis feels solid and balanced, and the controls are intuitive. You feel that sense of partnership between man and machine that defined the great touring bikes of the past. There's no need to prove anything on this motorcycle, it simply delivers. The NT 1100 uses a 1084 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin engine, producing 101 horsepower and 77 pound-feet of torque. Suspension is handled by a 43mm Showa front fork and a ProLink rear single shock with adjustable preload and rebound. The wet weight is 547 pounds. The seat height is 32.3 inches, and the starting price is $11,899. The NT 1100 brings dignity back to the idea of touring. It honors those who still see riding as therapy and distance as peace. It bridges the line between modern precision and old-school reliability in a way that few others do. For those who once believed only a big cruiser could define real travel, this machine stands ready to challenge that belief with grace and quiet strength. The next and final motorcycle on this list carries that same sense of mastery, but raises the stakes to a level that few will ever match on the open road. Number 1. Honda Rebel 500. This represents the kind of motorcycle that brings new blood into riding, while still earning the respect of veterans who have been twisting throttles for decades. It is small enough to welcome beginners, but strong enough to satisfy seasoned riders who know that true control comes from balance, not brute force. The Rebel 500 captures what made early cruisers timeless: simplicity, dependability, and the pure feeling of freedom without excess. This motorcycle does not try to outshine the big names. It quietly proves that good design and honest engineering can still build loyalty. The Rebel 500's parallel twin engine delivers smooth, consistent torque across the rev range. It may not roar like a big V-twin, but it answers instantly when called upon. The throttle is light, the clutch is easy, and the gear changes feel crisp. For riders who remember learning on heavy bikes that punished mistakes, this machine feels forgiving without losing its backbone. The power band provides enough thrust for highway speeds and passing, while the fuel efficiency keeps every mile practical. It is the kind of motorcycle that makes you ride farther than you planned, simply because it never fights you. The Rebel's design captures pure minimalism, low seat, clean lines, and uncluttered controls. It recalls the simple freedom of early cruisers, light and predictable, yet unmistakably solid. For seasoned riders wanting something easier or a second bike for relaxed rides, it delivers Honda's hallmark reliability, smooth performance, and timeless craftsmanship. Balanced, confident, and true to form, it reminds riders why honest engineering always outlasts trends. The Rebel 500 carries a 471 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin engine, making 47 horsepower and 32 pound-feet of torque. Suspension uses a 41mm telescopic front fork and dual rear shocks. The wet weight is 416 pounds, and the seat height is 27.2 inches. The starting price is $6,799. The Rebel 500 is more than an entry-level machine. It is a bridge between generations. It teaches new riders the rhythm of the road while giving experienced ones a chance to rediscover what made them fall in love with motorcycling in the first place. It is proof that freedom does not have to be expensive or loud to be real. In a world chasing bigger engines and higher prices, the Rebel 500 stands its ground as the purest expression of riding. The kind that begins and ends with the open road, no strings attached. If 2026 proves anything, it's this. The motorcycle world is shifting, and loyalty alone isn't enough anymore. Honda is building for the future, Harley is protecting the past, and only one of those strategies wins in the long run. But I want your take. Are we watching Harley's toughest era or their comeback era? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like if this video brought value and subscribe so you don't miss the updates as this story evolves.